Everyone, welcome to another episode of Coin News Extra interview sessions, a program where we invite innovators, enthusiasts, and stakeholders in the blockchain and cryptocurrency fintech space. So today I have with me a marketing expert. He is Jonathan Goodwin. Jonathan Goodwin is the marketing leader at Sapien. Jonathan, you're welcome to Coin News Extra.
Thanks for having me. Very happy to be here.
It's our pleasure to have you. So, how is New York today? How is the election heating up in
Oh,
America?
the weather in New York is actually pretty gloomy today. It's cooled down, probably about 10 degrees Celsius. I think we were around 25 if I have my math right. I think now we're down to about 15. But it's still nice. I mean, we're handling the pandemic pretty well, and people are wearing masks on the streets and keeping distance. But otherwise, everything's going about just about as normal, other than being trapped at home, no office.
That's interesting. So we'll be looking at a marketing blockchain project for proper traction. There have been these arguments around blockchain projects not having this visibility and traction for investors and to be marketable. So before we go into that, just a brief about yourself, Jonathan.
Yeah, sure. I'm a seasoned startup marketer. I've worked in startups for years now, which makes me feel old. But I've pretty much exclusively worked in marketing, handling everything from like running the blog to working with influencers to defining like the entire company's marketing strategy and finding partnerships. And I currently work at Sapien, where I'm the marketing lead. It's my first time working in the blockchain space, and it's been a trip. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm pretty much heading up everything, all things marketing at Sapien, um, designing new programs to try and attract people to the platform, but also one of the things that we're really focused on is attracting communities to the platform. It's been a great time to kind of join Sapien and really help define the brand and messaging from top to bottom. We're in the middle of a rebrand that's almost done. Our CEO Ankit revealed the new logo at the hackathon, and we're very excited to kind of tell the story that we've been writing pretty much for like 7, 8 months now, ever since I joined. So I'm very excited to put that out there.
Interesting. This is your first assignment in the blockchain space, and this is a very interesting space. Looking at you made mention about the hackathon, the World Blockchain Hackathon. So, what are some of the experiences? Your platform was a sponsor.
Mhm.
So, what are the experiences, and what can you say about the hackathon?
Yeah, sure. So the folks from Babylon Project, Gideon, Anastasia, and Tatiana, and Manon had reached out to us, asking us if we were interested in sponsoring. And once they explained the vision for what this event was and what their goals were, we found complete alignment. We want to bring people together to cooperate, to collaborate, regardless of who you are, where you're from, what you do. There's anything that if there's anything of value that you can contribute to a community, then that's absolutely what Sapien's about. So we joined as a sponsor, and we became the official social network for the event. And as I'm sure you and other attendees of the event definitely noticed, some of those key announcements were made on Sapien. Um, yeah, it was a lot of fun to interact with people, explain more about the Sapien mission. I think we found a lot of people who believe in the same things that we do: privacy, autonomy. Certainly not certainly opposed to the excesses of what we call the social media establishment companies like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Reddit, Pinterest, yeah, and now TikTok. These companies that have made themselves quite wealthy and quite powerful um, from collecting everyone's data and then trying to capture our attention and manipulating our behaviors. So, not to go too far off the question, but it was fun to meet people who believed in those same things, who were interested in what we had to say, and it was really cool to see the projects that kind of came out of this. That people came up with these ideas in just a couple days and had a couple more days to build them. And I'm very excited to see Kotani Pay win because I'm pretty excited to see their DeFi approach. One of the best things about DeFi is just it's trying to help everybody. Anybody can benefit from decentralized finance. So was a good time. A very busy weekend for everyone involved, I'm sure, me included.
Yeah, interesting. That was a very awesome event, the hackathon. So you've been in the marketing space for several years, like you said, and this is your first time of venturing into the blockchain space. So are there some marketing strategies lacking? You feel that is lacking in the blockchain space
What marketing strategies are working or lacking?
that are lacking?
Lacking. Well, I think uh, my philosophy in marketing, my theory in marketing, especially when you have something new to offer, in order to get the value that you're looking for, you need to offer something up in exchange. You need to offer up some kind of value in exchange. I think what a lot of companies have done is rely on giving out their tokens, doing airdrops consistently in space to where those tokens lose all meaning, not just financially, but kind of like not spiritually, but there's no metaphoric meaning to the token. A token is supposed to unlock something, but instead, I think what a lot of companies have done is fail to own that. So Sapien, what we're trying to do is we're really focused on getting our messaging right, and we're not just handing out the token to whoever is willing to give us a tweet. We're not doing that all of the time. We are doing giveaways, but I think what's really lacking is just having a really clear crystallized valuable message that when you tell someone this is what my company's doing, you're able to rally people around that vision and have them join. So that's something I think that's really missing is just a really quality message expressed everywhere holistically in the content, in the ads, in the campaign. So I think that's what's really been missing from blockchain marketing. So really excited to be a part of Sapien. That the founders Ankit Bhatia and Rav Giametti, they have a really strong focus on the message of Sapien. They're not just trying to build another project with blockchain. It's blockchain plus, you know, fruits and vegetables or blockchain plus your car. It's social media built from the ground up for humans. And in order to do that, we need to incorporate blockchain technology. We think it's the best way to do it. So,
Okay,
um,
I was coming to, like you were saying, or I was coming to, how is Sapien, your project, how is it making impact in the blockchain space?
yeah, so we are serving essentially as a host to new communities that want to come together. So we have a new program we put together. It's called the Sapient Grant Program. Not that creative, but we are directly investing in communities that want to come to Sapient. And that includes blockchain projects. You have other platforms, other blockchain social platforms out there, but I don't see any of them that are really like putting their money where their mouth is and saying, if you want to build a community here, if you want to bring your DeFi project or your wallet project or any other blockchain project, if you want to bring it to our social network, we're going to put funds behind that. So I think that's a big impact that we are starting to have and we're going to have. We already have some interesting partners lined up that will begin this program, but we're essentially going to invest in these communities. We're going to give them free advertising, like advertise on their behalf. So if you have a new project starting up, for instance, Kotani Pay, DeFi, I think we could work with them and really help them figure out who their target user is, who would be interested in their project, and we can help them go find them via advertising and bring them to Kotani Pay, bring them to a tribe on Sapien, um, and then they can have a safe private online space where they're in control of the experience and they can bring these people together to follow the project along, to share what they're excited about, to comment, interact. And we're working on new tools to make it easier to exchange value on the network, and also to express yourself. There's some projects that can't some new projects we're working on. I can't share yet. They're confidential, but I think once we get those off the ground, I think everyone will see just how much we have to offer. So it's a pretty good time. I mean, like I said, you don't see Steemit or Minds or Cent or any of these other companies' voice. You don't see them investing in their new users, but that's something that we're doing. That I think will help really set us apart.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. Before we draw the curtain on today's episode of CoinNewsExtra interview, so what should be done for blockchain project to gain more visibility and traction.
To get more traction, I mean,
Yes.
truly, the simplest thing is just stop talking about the blockchain. Just talk about what you're trying to do. When you try to wow people with all these technical terms, like you're not going to win people over. I think we've seen that with the blockchain space for the last few years. When you start using complex terms or made up terms because it's a new kind of technology, people aren't going to understand that. Like for instance, plasma. I know what plasma means, but most people don't. So what's better is that more companies try to make themselves explainable over a dinner table. That anyone anywhere in the world can talk to their relative across the dinner table about what that project is doing, what that company is doing. Um, I think that's the best thing that they can do to get more traction. Is just make it simple. Show the problem you're trying to solve or the value you're trying to add, and just stick to that. That's my view as a newcomer to the space. I mean, I have complete and total respect for the technological genius essentially that's going into much of these new blockchain projects, the established ones and the new ones. But the problem is, if you focus on that, you're not going to win people over. There's the reason why I think like 10, 15 years ago, venture capitalists were telling the brilliant engineers, you need to have an elevator pitch. And I would say for blockchain, you need to have a dinner table pitch.
Interesting. That's nice. It's good to have a dinner table pitch. Thank you very much, Jonathan Goodwin, for joining us today on Coin News Extra interview.
Of course. I welcome all of your viewers and your listeners and your readers. Try come to Sapien. Reach out to me directly. I'm Jonathan at sapien.network. And if you want to build a community, hey, we're here to invest in you. And if you want to find social media that's actually being built for what makes humans, we're all human, what makes humans special and unique, I think Sapien's the place for you.
Thank you very much.